She's pretty cute, isn't she? Say hello, Sunny. Hi, everybody. Mom H and Sunny with Honey Hollow Homestead. Sunny is enjoying her alfalfa and a little bit of grain and a little bit of rice bran. It's like, why is Sunny in a crate? Well, doctor's orders. Yep. I know, Sunny, you are so sweet. Anyway, her hips were not looking right to me. This was, when did I take her in? Wednesday. No, it was Thursday. Thursday I took her into the vet. Our truck had broken down, and we didn't get it back until Wednesday evening. It just had a small part that had broken and caused them a real problem that it was not drivable. It's just a small part, but it was not drivable. So we had it towed to the mechanic, and he took care of it as soon as he could. He did. That was on a week ago today is when that happened. I know, Sunny. I know, sweetheart. Yeah, those chickens are going nuts, aren't they? Did you get your fill? You still have a little bit of alfalfa in there. You're going to have some hay? Okay. I know, it's not the best hay, which is why you're getting alfalfa. But a little bit of roughage is good for you. I also picked some green leaves to give her. Anyway, so her hips just were not looking right. Okay, I had her out with the rest of the herd, and she was doing the best she could, but just weren't looking good. So as soon as we got the truck back, I called the vet and wanted him to take a look at her. What had happened was, okay, the skin on either side, where she was pinched in between the two tree trunks, the one side was okay, but the other side had developed an infection. And I meant to ask him if it was like a cellulitis kind of thing, cellulitis, which is what I had when the horse bit me, and I ended up in the hospital because it got infected. Anyway, what are you doing? Dad, you're going to make a mess, you silly girl. I had the bowl in a good place, and you went and moved it. Hold on a second. I know. You got to move things, huh? I know. You're such a good girl. Here we go. Look. You got it. You got alfalfa all in here. Here. Let's put this over here. Okay? Look. There you go. Okay? You silly girl. You're going to move it again. Yeah, I know. If this had been a nice, warm, sunny day, I would have moved her outside underneath the black walnut tree. But, hello, sweetheart. Oh, I know. You're too cute. I know. Oh, don't bite my finger. Don't bite my finger. So, anyway. Yeah. So, anyway, she had an infection on the one side, which is not surprising. So he gave her an antibiotic, the little bit of stuff with the scalpel. Well, I don't know if you can see her wound there. Actually, it looks better now than it did. He said to keep her in a crate for a few days, wash it for a few days, which I have been doing, which is why it looks a little bit wet because I had just got done washing it. But it's looking really good, and to keep the flies off of her, which I've been doing. As you can see, there's no flies bothering her. I know, sweetie. Yeah, the only hard part is when she cries when all the other goats leave. But I'm sorry, but she's not allowed to be out with the herd right now. He said try and keep her in. Wash her for about 3 days. Yeah, don't my feet are sore. I may have to keep her penned up for like 3 weeks. She can't go out with the rest of the herd until she gets a little bit better. He said that she did have some muscle damage and she did have some nerve damage. I did have her out here a few minutes ago and she was walking a little bit better. So I think maybe she may not have to be penned up for a full 3 weeks. We'll see how it goes. But I got to keep an eye on the wound and make sure that's closing up good. It's looking good. It is looking good. So poor little Sunny is being unofficially weaned from Daisy, her mom. And I have decided that I will be loaning Daisy to an Amish family, a friend of mine, who could really use Daisy's milk. So that means Sunny and Violet both will be weaned. And I got to be starting to get ready to wean the boys anyway. And then once the boys are gone, then I'll wean the girls. Okay. Yeah, if I move Daisy to another farm, I don't have to struggle to keep her away from her kids and keep her kids away from her. Well, I don't have to keep Sunny away because she's in a crate. But she's doing really well. She seems to have adjusted fairly well. She was not happy about being left in the crate outside her first night, even though I had the tarp over her. She obviously was not happy because there's no other goats around her. So that's when I decided to set the crate up in here in the run-in, and she was much calmer. It was a warm night that first night, and I thought, well, sometimes the goats sleep outside, so maybe her mother and her sister was sleeping near her in the crate. But no, they didn't. So putting her in the run-in has been better for her. She can see mostly around her, but she's got protection from the weather. Right, sweetheart? I know. You're going to end up dumping that dish. You know that, right? She seems like she's picking through the alfalfa to pick out the grain and the little bit of rice bran I put in there. I figured the fat from the rice bran would help her to heal. So that's why I started giving it. I'd give her just a little bit, like maybe a tablespoon, not even, of the rice bran. And I don't give her very much grain. It's mostly alfalfa. So, when I get I got a bag of orchard grass pellets that supposed to be for the boys, but I can mix that with the alfalfa with her. The alfalfa won't hurt her any, and I know, but the boys aren't going to get it. The boys are just going to get orchard grass pellets and maybe a little bit of grain when I go to wean them, because I like to have them bucket trained. It makes them easier to handle, at least until I get my handling system set up. So hopefully this summer that will be done. It's contingent on my husband, on whether he gets done what needs to be done. But anyway, yeah, so she's doing well, and she's a sweetie. And I know she's going to miss her mom when I take her mom away, but it's just temporary. She's just being loaned, and then she'll be coming back. So, but she has her older sister and her twin sister to keep her company. So, anyways, yeah, are you a good girl, Sunny? Yeah. Now she's learned to be very friendly. Her sister Violet is another story altogether. But hopefully when I wean her, I'll be interacting with her more, and she'll learn to trust me, hopefully. I know, I hear her. I hear Sheba. You hear Sheba barking? Yeah, I suspect the goats are going to be coming back before too long. I don't know if we got any more rain coming or not, but if we do, they'll be back. Yeah. So anyway, This is Mom H with Honey Hollow Homestead. Just giving you an update on Sunny. She is on the mend. The vet was very optimistic on how well she was going to be doing. I do not regret taking her to the vet. Her getting the infection did not surprise me. But I don't know that I would have been able to bring myself to do what he did. And he's more experienced than I am. I'm still getting there. If there's a wound on a limb, I can handle it. But in the main body, I'm still getting over it. So, but she's doing good. And I think she's going to make a full recovery. So, Mom H with Honey Hollow Homestead. Talk to y'all later.